Hello and welcome to KAKISTOCRACY. My name is Chris Adams. I'm here with Joseph P. Larkin. Uh, it feels like deja vu. No one else
hmm
knows what that means, but I know that you're well rested, and I had a really good set tonight. I think I even met a couple of women. So
No way.
yeah,
What kind of
uh,
women? What color were they? Would your dad
um,
be disappointed if you brought him home because of their color?
possibly yeah,
Are they one of those colors?
yeah. They're one of the
Uh,
disappointing colors.
so everything that's not white is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
The disappointment continues.
But I had a good set. Like I recorded the whole thing, so I have it, and I'll probably clip it out. But you ever just get in the zone? No, like
Nah, pretty much never. The bone
oh,
zone. Sometimes if I get lucky, but no. I don't know. I used to, trust me, I used to be, way more competent and persistent. And also, I was less negligent
negligent,
with my care for it. Yeah, I just don't care anymore. I just
right?
not a big fan of my own work anyway. So why should
Yeah.
I foist it on other people?
Okay. Well, yeah, but I think you're really funny. So I know we did that show together in Monrovia, and that was awesome.
hmm
And people
Yeah,
liked you.
changed a lot of lives that night. Definitely touched some hearts. I do a little bit, and some people like to sell you something like a T-shirt at the end. But for my last 10 minutes, I just proselytize about Jesus Christ and how He should be your Lord and Savior. And I say, you want chicken wings, or do you want to have everlasting salvation? Because there's chicken wings there too. They're everlasting, though. I don't know,
Right.
but yeah. So anyway, where was your show anyway?
No, it wasn't a show. It was just a mic, but this girl runs the show and she has like a good vibe. And there was some people that came to support a friend that was doing it for like stand up for the second time ever. So they
Oh
actually made
wow.
it feel like an audience. And
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that the good comics sort of upped their game, and so I was like, "Oh, cool! I can actually do some things here," and I was able to riff stuff I'd never actually done before, and everything
Mm-hmm.
was just working. It was just one of those nights, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
And
remember those days.
yeah, well, I was commenting on the room and then like talking to them a little bit, and then they talked to me
Mm-hmm.
afterwards for a while, and
Mm-hmm.
like I could tell that there might have been interest, but I was like, crap, I got to go home and podcast.
Oh man, cock blocked, pod blocked.
Pod blocked.
Yeah, you got. I mean, shit, man. You should just texted me and said, "Do it later." Who fucking cares? Pussy is more important than podcasting, I would think.
Well,
Definitely in the pecking order, right?
yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, but I,
Oh
I don't
shit.
know. Like, do I want to? I don't want to date a potential comic. You know,
She's not gonna do it. She only did it twice. Big fucking deal.
that's true. Yeah.
That's it. She got probably got, and I bet she got some chuckles tonight, and she had some friends there or something. So yeah, there's no fucking reason to ever do it again. I would never have done it had I done well the first couple times,
Right.
or even just the first time. I would have been like, "Fuck this, that's
Mm-hmm.
enough." You know what I mean? I just wanted to prove to myself that I could do it, and then when you do it poorly, you're like, "Well, I got to prove to myself I could do it better. I could at least do it competently at some point."
Do you remember your first set?
Fuck yeah. And anyone who saw it remembers it. And then anyone who was in the comedy scene heard about it endlessly. So they feel like they were there. I mean, are you kidding me? It was legendary. That's the whole debacle.
Really?
Yeah. The first of all, when I got there, no one was fucking friendly at all.
Right.
Okay. Oh, I should say it was in a frat bar in New Orleans.
Okay.
Um, I can't even remember the fucking name of the place. I have it written down. Carrollton Station. That's what it was
Mm.
called. It's a place I never would have been welcome in, even if I wasn't doing comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when I went up and signed up, like the host guy, he goes, "So this is your first time, huh?" And uh, I said, "Yeah, I'm a virgin." And he said, "Hey, everybody, we got a virgin." And I said, "Not just the comedy though." He didn't even acknowledge that I made a joke. Didn't say anything, and then that was that. That was probably the first and only interaction I had with that guy for like another several months or something.
That's
But anyway,
annoying.
so yeah, they were extremely unfriendly. They were not at all welcoming. And they were way worse than than in LA, believe it or not. Because in LA,
Hmm.
you can at least find pockets of friends.
Right.
These people were just vicious monsters. So, anyways, so they had like it was really also it was like a weird like fascist thing where they instead of just putting you up in the order that you fucking showed up, which is what an open mic should be,
Right.
what they do is they curated it. They curated the list. So if someone like me probably like went somewhere, after someone ate shit or something like that.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. So in fact, yeah, some fucking frat guy. I'll never forget this shit. Some fucking frat guy shows up and he does a bunch of Louis C.K. jokes and his buddy's filming with the cell phone camera. And all the comics just started screaming, "So Louis C.K., get the fuck off the stage. Louis C.K., Louis C.K." Louis again. This I had to follow this. You dig? This is definitely. I don't know if I directly followed it, but I still had to follow it at some point, and
Right.
that's terrifying. Because you're like, Jesus Christ, dude. They're just frat boys. They're never gonna do this again. That's what I say about that girl. She's not gonna do it again.
Right.
They don't give a fuck. That's not in their blood.
Hmm.
If you, it's in. I'll tell you the story. If you still go after this, then it's in your blood. You
Right.
really want to do this shit. So anyway, yeah. After they berated this fucking frat boy, um, they told me I only had to do 3 minutes, and then they never lit me, lit me at all. So I did 6 fucking minutes. I did
Wow.
6 fucking minutes to silence, and I got what I would describe as the best heckle, second best heckle, because I already told you guys about the Johnny Rotten one.
Yeah.
That's definitely the best. I feel like you're getting cheated. But this chick, like I just said a joke, and this chick goes, "Wah wah." That was it. I was like,
Wha-
I was completely diffused. I was
mm.
devastated. I was like, I have nothing to say in response to that. It was I mean, an expert heckle because I did have nothing to say. There's nothing
Right.
funny to say to that. It's like, fuck.
Right.
Everyone agrees it sucks.
Hmm.
So, it was awful. And then no one would talk to me afterwards. And of
Mm.
course, I came by myself anyway. I didn't even have a fucking friend with me. I wasn't smart enough to bring anyone with me.
Right.
And so I just fucking stewed in my juices for like 2 months. And then I went to the real comedy venue, but that I was still stewing about the Carrollton station. So I went fucking back there, right? Check this out. I went back there and I got on the bike and I said, the last time I was here, I didn't do a very good job. I bombed. And I think it's because I overestimated the intelligence of the audience. You guys. I won't be making that mistake again. And then I said, "Get her done. Get her done. Get her done.
Did you
Get her
really?
done." Yes, I just kept saying, "Get her done," over and over. And then some guy yells out, "Get the hook." And I say, "No, get her done." I just kept saying, "Get her done, get her done." And I did it for 3 straight minutes.
That's
Just get her done over and over. And I know I did 3 straight minutes because the host timed my set and he yelled out, "He's been doing this for 3 minutes now." Oh, and by the way, I did bring a girl this time. What a mistake. So anyway, I just kept saying, "Get her done, get her done," but I could tell that they were about to take the microphone away from me or shut it off. So
Hmm.
so summing up, get her done, got her done. And I took the mic out. I took the mic out of the mic stand and dropped it on the stage and left.
Oh man.
I like the girl that I was with was covering her face during my set. She was so embarrassed. And then when I was walking, I swear to God, this happened. And then when I was walking out through the throng, this guy goes, "Thanks a lot. You just ruined my birthday party." And I kept going back, baby. So
Oh,
yeah, if you could withstand some shit like that, then you're a comedian for sure. I
yeah.
doubt that girl did anything like that.
No, no. She
But
just
man,
talked
yeah, I
about
mostly well, I was gonna say I just mostly did comedy out of spite. That's all.
yeah.
First, it was spite for the other comedians in New Orleans. Then it
Mhm.
was a spite for the people in LA.
Mhm.
Now it's just spite for minorities. That's that.
Damn.
Oh, I'll have to sing a little song for you.
Okay.
Okay, so check this out. Uh, it's so hard to stomp away from yesterday,
Oh god.
but I'll take with me the memory. So they're definitely moving out right now because it's Stomp City, but it's real funny because it's the rooms are empty, so it's like a cavernous stomping. It's almost like it's like there's like avant-garde stomping. I feel wistful if you want to know the truth. I feel sad. I'm gonna miss this. This is the closest I've had to a girlfriend in a long time. You know the interplay that you have with your girlfriend. Well, I guess I was acting it out with these random fucking these yahoos next door. But yeah.
uh, see, luckily the last neighbor I had, the only thing that she did was threaten to burn the place down. Now,
Is she single? I'll fucking date her. That sounds like my type for sure.
no, she like the neighbor next to her was really gross, like, and he got taken away by the cops because he just didn't pay rent, and I guess
Awesome.
he left food out all the time, which huge no no. And so there's roaches. Obviously, this is L.A. Roaches are
That
everywhere if you
sucks.
don't keep your place clean. So apparently the roaches went into her place, and she
Hmm.
was super pissed, and she was like, "I hate everyone. I'm gonna burn this place to the ground." And like I it freaked me out because I heard that,
Hmm.
and so I asked the landlord. I texted the landlord through our little app or whatever. And I was like, "Hey man, this the neighbor next to me just threatened to burn this place to the ground. Can you check on her and make sure she's okay?" And he hits
Hmm.
me back the next day and goes, "Yeah, she's just mad about the roaches." I'm like, "What? Why are you why are you calm about this? Like both of those things are bad."
I'm sure they hear way worse
Right.
as slum lords.
Yeah, that
Also, they
last
don't give a
place
flying fuck. They don't give a flying fuck.
the last
They are
place I
all
used to
they're.
live was a slum for sure.
Hmm. You should check out this movie called Caddyshack too. Maybe it will endear slumlords to you. That's a great tagline actually for their VHS box. Caddyshack 2, it will endear you to slumlords.
My God.
Oh,
Um,
he's not paying on time. Break his fucking legs. I mean,
yeah.
he really was that vicious. He sicked a bulldozer on some old lady. Caddyshack 2, man. We should study it. It should be. Maybe one day, we can go live now, by the way.
Yeah.
Caddyshack, Caddyshack 2, Shadow Band 2. That's me. I had
Right.
to get to 100,000 views on YouTube, on my own private YouTube,
Hmm.
to to stream live. I just don't understand like what kind of fucking restrictions that they've imposed on me for I don't do anything on
Yeah.
there. This is the one you should be fucking restricting, stupid. This is the where all the offensive shit happens, idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing happens on the other one. So what the fuck is the problem here? It really bothers me, man.
Hmm. No,
I don't know.
it,
I thought
the
100 fucking thousand, dude. If I weren't so cool and charismatic, that would have taken decades.
yeah.
But for me, it only took a year and a half. But anyway, just saying. I got the goods, baby. YouTube proves it. YouTube proves it.
I think it's our shorts is what did it. The shorts.
100%. There's no fucking doubt about it. I
Yeah.
get all kinds of weirdos too that are just popping up on the subscribe thing. Um, one guy, it was one guy's avatar was just the Eddie Vedder or whatever the Pearl Jam little
Mm-hmm.
guy that you know what I'm talking about from the
Mm-hmm.
T-shirt. And so I was like, oh, he came here from the Eddie Vedder.
Clip.
He was, yeah, he liked that Eddie Vedder clip. He was one of the 292 people that watched it. I
Yeah.
can't believe that. Does Eddie Vedder have some kind of like crack team on his internet squad that he could suppress this video? How could no one be interested in the fact that Eddie Vedder got cheated on with a fucking a surf a
No snowboarder.
snowboarder?
Yeah.
Jesus God. It's not even like a fucking cool mainstream sport. If it's skateboarding, you'd be like, okay, Tony Hawk esque. Maybe Bam Margera fucked her. But
And
dude, a snowboarder. What
not
a
like a
fucking
not a big one like what's that the redheaded guy's name?
I don't know, dude. He could be the biggest snowboarder forever. I'll still never know who the fuck he is, and no one will either. And everyone will always know who Eddie Vedder is. When
Right.
Eddie Vedder dies, they'll have a fucking moment of silence across the world. Everyone will hold hands and sing Imagine. Or maybe that will happen when I die.
All the open mic comics.
Dude,
Imagine
no,
Joseph's in hell.
they know where I'll be. But it'll be awesome because yeah, the whole world will band together and we'll finally achieve world peace.
Yeah.
Israel would be like, we've been knuckleheads this whole time. I'm sorry. And they'll just stop lobbing bombs into every other country around them. Isn't
Yeah.
that an amazing segue to one of our new videos to show?
Oh, you all right? Yeah. Um. So, let's see. I think it's
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the three key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody
so
heard those names for
that's old
years?
news by now, basically. But um, he so Israel started a war with Iran because of the threat of them developing nukes, right? Which you and I don't even know if nukes are as real as they say they are.
Hmm. You know, I find that very ironic that they killed JFK because he didn't want them to get nukes. So
Yeah.
now they're bombing other countries because they don't want them to get nukes.
Mm-hmm. Well, we already had nukes by the time JFK was
They
around.
they clearly don't have nukes.
Oh,
If they did,
Israel.
if they
Israel.
did, yeah, they'd clearly be using them instead of doing what they're doing now.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
no nukes because Iran would have nuked them already. This shit would have been cleared up like 60 years ago with their nukes. Like, what are you talking about, people?
right.
As we were saying, we're duplicating what got recorded yesterday and destroyed by
Mm-hmm.
the you know by the powers that be, whatever you want to call it.
Well, it was my fault.
Whatever shadow organization was trying to stop this
No,
from
no.
becoming a mainstream viable option for me to escape poverty forever.
It was totally my fault. I didn't mute a track and it fucked everything up. But so
Dude, I said so many N words. You guys really missed out. That was a real special recording, I thought.
but anyway, so that happened, right? And you had people protesting. Yeah, there's a sign right there. Let me see if I can get Okay, the state of Israel does not represent world Jewry. So that's basically saying like we're Jews against what's going on right now, right?
Okay, yeah.
Is that what that means? I don't know. They have very confusing signs. They're not good at messaging. A lot of these people, they just protest the latest thing.
I love how they passive aggressively put Israel in quote marks.
Yeah.
This sign represents world Jewry.
Well, when I first saw that, I saw it said jewelry. Because I was like, oh, okay. But
Hey, in this case, it could go either way, man. It could have been either or.
and so that happened, and then you had people that were just like, okay, World War III is about to happen, which I was like, I don't know, I had no idea, but I know that it was used to get people emotional. That's what the whole point of all of this is, and so
Just want to know how I'm supposed to do my job when we bombed Iran, and we're just supposed to like go around about. We're just supposed to get these boxes out without being worried. I just need somebody to explain to me how I'm supposed to not crash out.
You
Right?
can come over here and crash. How's that sound, bitch? Crash on my bed. Crash on my papa's on chair. And then you can sleep at my feet like a dog. I'd still be treating her with more respect than Israel treats Iran, and vice versa.
True. Very true.
Sometimes I just want to just get it over with. I wish there were nukes. Just get it over with. So bored.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of hearing about this goddamn place. I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to hear about him. I feel like I'm being held hostage in my own country by these people.
Mm-hmm.
Endless discussion. There's no fucking avoiding it. There's no escaping it.
Right.
Dying.
And I don't know if you remember, but not that long ago, they in the early 2000s, early to mid 2000s, they were saying that oil was going to run out in that area.
Yeah.
Remember that?
And then the glaciers would melt.
Yeah.
None of that shit happened.
None of it ever happened. So, yes, there are movies about the Cuban Missile Crisis, but I didn't live through it, so I don't even know if if you look at Nagasaki and Hiroshima, nobody
Hiroshima.
Yeah, people stayed in those areas. They didn't leave. Same thing with Chernobyl. There's a great documentary called the Babushkas of Chernobyl, and it's the old ladies that refused.
Let me see if I can find let me find a pen so I can try to write that out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What do you mean? Oh, really? What the fuck spelling is babushka?
I don't know. It's Russian, or that region, but so these people went to Chernobyl, this documentary crew, and they found all the people that refused to leave, right? Everyone else left, but they were like, no, I was born here. I'm going to live here. And not only was it these old ladies, they had families, and their kids had kids, and then their kids eventually had kids. So it was like generations of people that were just fine living there. And they actually liked that very few people lived there. They preferred it.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like,
did they have flipper hands?
No, they just were just normal old ladies, and they interviewed all of these people, and their kids never had problems. They never had problems. There's wildlife that continues to, like trees are growing back. Like all the deer came back. Like all the wildlife is there. Like it's if they didn't tell you that something bad happened, you wouldn't actually know that something bad happened there. So,
well, there you go. And yeah, and Japan is still habitable.
Yeah. Well, those cities, because more fire damage happened when they firebombed Japan than what happened with these bombs. Fat Boy and Little something. Was the
Fat Man and Little Boy.
That's what. Yeah, sorry.
That's also the nicknames I gave to the men who took my virginity. The Fat Man and Little Boy. Imagine being the victim of pedophilia from a child. The child rapes you.
That would be crazy.
Well, if I were Robin Williams, I would try to do an act out here. Oh, it's a Catholic boy, I guess. Oh.
Did you ever get to see him when he was performing?
Thank God, no.
No?
Fuck no. I hate Robin Williams. I always did. He's only good in Popeye, but he's very good in Popeye.
Right.
So I guess he like had his, sometimes you, like I said this perhaps on the Rejected podcast, but sometimes you only do one or two good movies and that's it.
Mm.
And I
Yeah.
think that's fine. At least you did something good.
Mm-hmm.
That's one and two more good movies than, Will Ferrell's ever made. Or someone. Or Chris Kattan.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I love Norm shitting on Chris Kattan.
Mm-hmm.
You know those clips I'm talking. He's like on Howard Stern, I think, and then he's talking about like meeting him in the rehearsals, and Chris is like giving him kind of a hard time, and he goes, and he's like doesn't react, and then some girl comes in that he likes, and then Norm goes, "Hey Chris, I heard you're gay."
It was Pamela Anderson.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's who it was?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
You had a crush on Pamela Anderson. What a
Well, who
basic
didn't at
bitch.
that time, huh?
Yeah. I said he's a basic bitch.
Right.
Yeah, that's right, Chris Kattan. I called you a basic bitch.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do about it?
He won't
What do you
listen
do?
to this. So nothing.
Get me blacklisted in the industry.
And so we're talking about nukes. So Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they rebuilt those cities, and people live there today. It looks like a smaller version of Tokyo when you go there.
I have a little interesting factoid about this. Those two cities, we rebuilt them on rock and roll.
Oh man.
Anyway,
Yeah.
need to have a kid, man.
Who, me?
'Cause I need to have a kid, and I can have all these dad jokes that have to explain the references endlessly.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, so Trump bombed Iran. Then, or first, Israel started everything because they said that Iran was going to have nukes within weeks, which they had been saying that for like 10 years. I don't know if you remember, but there's articles upon articles where they kept saying.
Yeah, I remember. This is also the same bullshit about WMDs or whatever.
Yeah.
WMD.
And the only thing that happens is they file missiles at each other, and then the only good thing that come out of all of this is this particular Trumpism.
You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Bad boy president.
I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Man, this ain't your daddy's president. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, obviously, this whole thing feels like a script because it feels like a couple of different movies. And I think the news even kind of laid that out the other day.
Yeah, so what we're looking at here is we're being told this is, I think, anywhere from just shy of 200 to 300 feet in depth. There are all kind of reports out there of 1,000 foot, but I think that's more propaganda. So what you end up doing is if you saw the movie, the latest Top Gun movie, eerily enough, this is that plot kind of coming to fruition in real life. It's not just one bomb, it'll be a bomb after a bomb to get through that penetration.
You know, they constantly do this where it feels like, I think that's the way they trick people. They put it in movies, they put it in television, and so when it happens or when it appears to happen, I don't know, none of us really know what's happening. You go, oh, it must be true. And when you put fiction out there enough times, people internalize it and think that they remember those events. Because the way your memory works, it doesn't always know where you heard something. You know, like whenever you say the phrase like, oh, I remember hearing about, and then whatever you say, well, what if you just watch movies all day and all your information comes from movies, but you never got like historical knowledge? Well, then everything you think is easily manipulated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you okay? You
No, I'm
like?
listening.
Oh, okay.
I'm present. I still have anything to add. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
and
don't know,
so
man.
it's a danger because if you don't understand what's happening, you don't understand how they're scripting all these events like they do any other thing. Like Wag the Dog was probably the most honest movie that there is about how all of this works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that movie's great.
Yeah, where
Highly
they
recommended.
they made a fake war, they made a fake hero,
Mm-hmm.
and all and the only the best part about that movie is when spoiler alert is when Dustin Hoffman's the guy, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
his ego won't let him not take credit for the fake war, so he's gonna try and tell everyone, and then I forgot who the antagonist is, but he has him go in his limo, and then obviously Dustin Hoffman gets killed off screen.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, it was Robert De Niro and Dustin Hoffman.
that's yeah, great movie. Like,
Mm-hmm. Highly recommended. Yeah, it's a good one.
but even I forget his name. This guy.
But it is not just an attack against us. It is an attack against Iran. It fans the flames to start a war with Iran. And it's coming out in November. It's being filmed now. Benedict Cumberbatch is playing me. This movie has British involvement, and people in Britain should be concerned about it. How does it open? Well, and this has not been previously disclosed before, the opening scene is in a military complex in Tehran. The camera comes in, closes up on a file, and it is a design for a nuclear bomb marked with nuclear symbols. There's notes and whispers all around, and they're in Farsi, they're in Persian. There's an older scientist speaking. A high-speed camera will measure the explosive charge we've designed to trigger the chain reaction. It is then revealed by the camera 4 scientists in white coats walking in a windowless corridor. The youngest, Simsana, remember that name, Simsana, writes on the file, the dimensions of the payload are consistent with a Shabab missile. Okay, that's the opening scene. Iran is working on an atomic weapon. The opening scene of a film about WikiLeaks. How does this have anything to do with us? Well, we'll come to it. The next scene concerning Iran is in Cairo, where that Iranian nuclear scientist is meeting a US CIA agent, Kate. Close up again on the handwritten diagram of a nuclear bomb, the same diagram as we saw in the opening. And Saman says, I copied it from memory. I copied it from memory. They're testing the explosive in the next 6 months. Now remember what Tom's National Intelligence Estimate found. Iran did not have a nuclear program. All 16 US intelligence agencies feeding into that report said that was the case with high confidence and is being reconfirmed every year since that point. The senior diplomat, who's also at the table with the CIA agent, says, shit, we thought they were at least 3 years away from a bomb. Another lie. Tom's report does not say that they're 3 years away from a nuclear bomb. So it's a lie upon a lie, a great big budget thing that's going to be pushed out in November. The Iranian nuclear scientist then says, if it works, they won't hesitate to sell the technology. And even if one of these things, if it works, they won't hesitate to sell the technology. And even if one of these things gets into the wrong hands, they'll sell it anyway. So that's...
So yeah, they keep repeating that lie, and what it does is it puts it in your brain, and then you forget where you heard it, and so now it's reality. It's black magic, basically. is what they're doing, and they all know that black magic is real. They call it what's the father of marketing, Bernays, where he figured out he was the cousin of Sigmund Freud, and he used that knowledge that he got from his cousin to be a genius marketer. He's the reason why we eat the breakfast we eat in America, eggs and bacon and toast. Like, he was hired by I forget what company, but a company to make that the standard so that becomes the American breakfast. He's the reason fluoride's in water, because there was this runoff of this toxic chemical from the process of making aluminum, or aluminium if you're British, and they were like, we want to be able to do something with this and make a profit. Well, Bernays, please help us get fluoride, market it as good for your teeth, market it as all this other stuff that, and I think only very recently are people finally going, oh, it has a lot of negative effects too. And that's something that we've been told our whole lives, at least in my life, I'm sure yours, that no, fluoride's good for your teeth. It's great. It's great that it's in our water. It's why we have better teeth than the British.
Yeah, fluoride sucks. Can I get an amen?
Amen. But once you start realizing that we're run by a bunch of sociopathic narcissists, why does anyone even believe anything that they say?
Well, first of all, stop being so anti-Semitic. And secondly, we're mystified, dude. We're mesmerized.
And I obviously look at this stuff and I realize that there's a lot of mythos that happen. Like, it's not a coincidence that there's been a billion movies about World War II, and we're the good guys, and the Germans were the most evil people in the world. That's the way they have to sell it. But if you look at World War II, you're like, okay, it wasn't necessarily the average German soldier. It was probably a very small group of people that were actually doing like anything bad, and they were doing it. I mean, they were fighting a war on two fronts, so it's hard to know exactly what truly happened, right? We have the only thing we have is testimony, which, and that's been made into movies. But the problem with those movies is they're selling you emotion, they're selling you their perspective. So they're gonna, in order to make it cinematic, in order to make it like a good story, they're gonna make things more dramatic than they might have been.
Yes, to mesmerize us and hypnotize us.
And so the way I look at movies now and the news is I look at it as, okay, this is what maybe happened, but we don't really know exactly what happened. Let me give you a different example. And I've talked about this before, but it's something that fascinates me because I live in LA. You live in LA. The story of the Chavez Ravine. Now, the mainstream narrative is that there's Mexican families that lived on this land for a long time, and they were forced out by a bunch of racist city councilmen, right? Or, well, actually, there's even a deeper lie where they say the Dodgers did it, and That's absolutely not true. The Dodgers had nothing to do with them getting evicted. It had nothing to do with why these people were kicked out of the land. People say, oh, they weren't even compensated. I had someone on Facebook say that just the other day. And I went, well, if you look at the records, because they kept records, there was city meetings, there's like, they didn't pay them less than their land was worth. They paid them twice what their land was worth. And it wasn't people that were there for generation upon generations. They got there in around 1920. So this is one generation of people that were living in essentially slums. They were renting, and people say, oh, they were living in slum conditions because the city of LA at that time hated Mexicans. Well, not true. There was a neighborhood not far away that was a higher population of Mexicans than Chavez Ravine, and they had paved streets, trash pickup, and plumbing. It's just these people just didn't want to deal with the city. They wanted to live like that. They didn't want to be a part of everybody else, and so the city of LA used eminent domain to essentially take the land, but they still paid them. And they're like, we want to make this into public housing, right? With paved streets and sewer access. So instead of people going in outhouses, they would finally actually, have toilets connected to the main sewer lines. And it got approved, and there was only one family that wanted more money than everybody else. And the city wasn't going to budge, because if someone holds out, like say they want to build a freeway, which happened to my grandpa, by the way, say they want to build a freeway, if one person holds out and wants more, then everyone else is going to want more, and it raises everything even more. So the city was just not going to do that. They're just not going to negotiate. So these people, there is a picture of one lady being taken out, but it's a little funny detail about that picture is that she also swung at the cops. So it wasn't like she just was protesting and they dragged her away. She was just trying to fight the police that were evicting her. And so that's just like a one story that people get wrong in a city they live in. Well, what do you think happens when we expand that out to the world? Like, how much do we even know about what we know?
We don't know anything. Yeah. We probably know about, 12% of the truth or reality of this world.
Right.
Like, I know definitively that these neighbors are assholes. They're still stomping. It's unbelievable. I'm distracted.
Oh.
But anyway, of course it's distracting. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
But it's really weird. Like, I'm actually almost like charmed by their pettiness. Like, dude, it's like, I don't know, maybe almost 10 o'clock at night. They're still going. They're not coming back tomorrow. So they're just like, fuck it, I guess.
They're getting it out.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I'm probably gonna go get something to eat after this anyway. So they could just do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not so evil that I would leave. Oh, I don't know, a Tori Amos 2 CD bootleg on, and then take the long way home. I wouldn't do that.
Right.
I'm not like them. In fact, like, I don't know. They're just classless pieces of shits. I'm taking my victory lap here, buds. I won. That's it. You lost.
Mm-hmm.
Do it gracefully. Don't do it like a fucking piece of trash that you are. You're trash. But like all you did was just prove that you're trash. Like you're just like, yeah, Joseph, you were right. Anything bad you did towards them was completely justified.
Right.
You were right, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of one of these other neighbors that used to live here. This fucking faggot. I've mentioned this before. These assholes that keep they would do this super passive aggressive thing where they would set off their car alarm in their garage.
Really?
But they would do it for exactly 2 minutes. It was crazy. I timed it many times, like 2 minutes exactly of their car alarm. But anyway, they would do it at 7 a.m. and shit. And I would just be like a psycho because I'd only slept for like 2 hours or something like that.
Right.
Very effective, like torture tool.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, but it's also like it's insane that anyone would even think about doing that to their neighbors. Because it really hurts everyone on the entire block when you think about it. Because there's people across the street that get woken up by that shit. It's loud. It's a
Yeah.
car alarm. But anyway, so one day this dude made the mistake of doing it at 2 a.m. when I had already just gotten home from doing comedy and I was still wearing my shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I just fucking ran down there while it was fucking still going. And I saw the light on in the garage. I knew exactly who this fucking bitch was. He's the guy that vandalized my garage door. And so I just started pounding on that fucking door and I said, I know you're in there, you fucking coward. If I hear this fucking thing again, I'm going to break through this goddamn door and beat the fucking shit out of you. And all your neighbors have heard me threaten you because you woke them up at 2 in the morning, motherfucker. You'll never let this one down. And yeah, sure shit. But this is so funny because he never did it again except the day he moved out. And the day he moved out, he pulled the truck out right into the middle of the alleyway and set off the car alarm. So I ran down to the garage and I set off my car alarm too. And I was cackling like a maniac. Petty to the fucking bitter end. This is while the guy's leaving the parking lot. That dude was a real piece of shit. I hope you listen to this podcast, motherfucker. I'm gonna find you.
I don't even understand why you'd
I'm
be
gonna
like
find
that.
you, dude. Dude, they're psychos. I had a breakthrough about this shit because we were talking about it. And you said something about narcissism, and I was like, that's exactly what it is. Why do they demand my attention all the time?
Right.
They're doing it right now. Why do you need my fucking attention? Who am I to you that you're relentlessly obsessing over me? Dude, it's scary. It was fucking scary. Like they had reached a point where they doing this stomping thing up and down for 5 fucking hours straight. It's like, dude, what is going on over there? You're thinking about me for 5 fucking hours. There's nothing else that you could be doing when you're stomping.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a disservice to your own fucking the soles of your feet and then your own actual souls. What a waste of your fucking time, money, and energy. No, I guess they didn't waste any money.
No.
They wasted money on other things.
Right.
But stomping's free. That's why they do it. Why hire a lawyer when you can stomp?
Mm-hmm.
Why have a fist fight when you can stomp passive aggressively, endlessly, over and over? But they were doing it so bad. There was a period there, like, because they did it for 2 fucking months straight, both sides. I share walls with 2 different faggots and 2 different foreigners that don't like living in America, so they torture the Americans instead of just going back. But they're both stomping at, so it was 24 hours. They were doing it at 4 in the morning because the woman next door wakes up at 4:30 in the morning or something. So that's when she gets started with the stomping. And so like I was sleeping for maybe an hour at a time. Like I would snatch an hour here when they went on a Taco Bell run or whatever, shit like that. But I was a total psychopath, and they ain't seen nothing yet. They're so lucky they left. I have a fucking drum set here. Okay, I didn't even set up the drum set yet. Didn't set the I'm also going to be teaching myself the piano, so you missed that. You dumb fucks. Mercy me, the ecology.
Yeah.
It's so hard to say goodbye to the Lebanese faggots. Hey,
man.
by the way, I'm not usually pro-Israel shooting missiles, but when they bomb Lebanon, I laugh all the time now. It happens like every other week. It's so funny. You pussies. You're just the same in both countries. Pussies getting bullied.
Mm-hmm.
Getting bullied by little Jews. Basically, look at me. Do you know that I've been the victim of hate speech for being Jewish. I've been walking down the street and had people yell out, Jew.
Really?
For real.
Whoa.
I just can't win in this life. There's nothing I can do, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't look Jewish to me.
Well, thank you. Thanks. I don't look like a fucking goblin to you.
No.
As they get older, their mask slips off a little bit more with each passing year. Jackie Mason starring in Caddyshack 2.
The lizard skin
Back to the
starts,
shack.
the lizard skin starts shining, like showing.
Yeah, you can just start. Yeah, you start to see the wrinkles on the neck.
Yeah.
So you can see that the mask is starting to get a little like worn out. But yeah, I laugh every time they bomb Lebanon. I just don't give a fuck anymore. It's pretty rare that you get a Jew to do your dirty work for you. You know what I mean? Because you better believe I'd be launching some bombs into Lebanon if I were the president right now. I'd be like, listen, let's broker a deal between Israel and Iran. Israel and Lebanon can keep going. Have fun. They're gonna be so mad when they listen to this tomorrow when they're like unpacking at their new place. And by the way, their new place is probably a mansion or some shit. They're just leaving this shitty ass hovel to go live in paradise.
Dude, we're being tortured by rich kids that don't pay their own rent.
They don't understand. Yeah, they don't understand the necessary or the need to have an 8-hour sleep schedule like normal people do. They have no idea. They don't know what property taxes are like. I can't stand them. But that's why they're such bitches because they're little spoiled fucks.
Right.
They never had to actually pay their own bills.
Yeah.
So what the fuck do they know about like what the hell
anything.
I endure?
Yeah. Or anything.
Well, how would they know anything about anyone's feelings or? Yeah, the world is just a toy store for them.
Right.
You better believe they're gonna land on their feet and they're gonna lose money from selling it. There's no way they fucking made a profit. If they made a profit, I'm gonna sell my place immediately to whatever retard cousin that other foreigner will have when they come. I'm gonna get like a 2-week reprieve from noise, and then it's gonna be right. It'll be back to the shack, Caddyshack 3.
Right. Money to them.
As this gets turned into a Section 8 housing project with each passing day. It is essentially at this point with each passing fucking day. God damn, dude.
Money to them is like monopoly money. They don't even know what it means because they've never paid for anything. You know?
Yeah, and they get to call their dad. Dad goes out and fixes it with a fucking phone call or a check. Yeah, a wave of the magic wand. The signature. Wave that magic wand. I hate them. Honestly, I'm just jealous I don't have a dad. My dad didn't fucking help me do anything. Sometimes it blows my mind how unhelpful and unsupportive my family was always.
Right.
Like they just never They obviously never took an interest in anything that I like. Why would they? I mean, I don't blame them. I don't even like the things I like.
Well, it could be worse. You could be Dave Portnoy.
God. Is there a video?
This guy's got permission to shoot on my patio today? Cool. So I'm going to need you to make your way out this way.
Okay. I'm going to give this a 0.0. Goodfellas, kicked out. National Pizza Review, 0.0.
I'll throw it away for you, though, so we don't litter.
It's trash.
Thanks, boss.
Trash. What a mistake that guy made. Kicked out.
Terrible?
Kicked out.
Kicked out?
They get all this like work done on their face and they still look like this. You know what I mean? He's had work done. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah, it is.
He clearly keeps in shape and he's disgusting. He's just a repulsive monster. He is a fucking ogre. Look at the doors behind him. He's eating his pizza back at the fucking lair. This is the kind of guy that does a lair. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's different kinds of guys that have layers. Actually, you might have a layer back there with that with the screen back there. Dude, there's some intense flashing lights. It looks like a 9 Inch Nails video over here.
I know. Let me sorry.
I mean, you can leave it on. I don't give a fuck. I would be the last person to complain about flashing lights. That would be really insulting if I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I fucking hate this douchebag. He's such a loser. Look at his fucking ugly face. Don't you just want to punch it? The best thing I love is that as much as he works out, the other dude towered over him, and so he just cowered and left. He didn't start any shit because I've seen him start shit with people that tell him to leave. I've seen him start shit a bunch of times, but he did not start shit. All right, I'm leaving. I got to get out of here.
Would you
Absolute
say?
pussy. And what he did is like, I give this guy a 0 out of 0. Fucking
Yeah.
faggot.
Who
Yeah, I actually gave you a
cares?
10 out of 10 on the faggot scale. I love it because after he got it when he gets out of way of earshot, that's when he'll start talking shit. In fact, I want to watch this video again. Or some more.
Okay, yeah, sure.
This guy's got permission to shoot on my patio today?
Use
Cool.
guys.
So I'm gonna need you to make your way out this way.
Okay. I'm gonna give this a 0.0. Goodfellas kicked out. National Pizza Review 0.0.
I'll throw it away for you though, so we don't litter.
It's trash.
Thanks, boss.
Trash. What a mistake that guy made. Kicked out.
Terrible.
Kicked out.
Talk shit to strangers.
Yeah. Well, also,
What
all
a
he said.
douchebag.
All
I
he
hate
said.
these faggots that wear fucking white tennis shoes. I hate them. I just tell that I hate you when I see it, right?
Mhm.
Like, who the fuck are you? White tennis shoes? Are you a fucking nurse or a dental hygienist? You're a fucking man. Put on some fucking work boots. But why
Right.
would Dave Portnoy's complaint? Why would he have fucking work boots? He's never worked a day in his fucking life. He's probably gonna move into the unit next to me and stomp around in his little faggot fairy shoes, his little white, his Keds. I got my Keds on. I'm a substitute teacher. I got my Keds on. I hate this fuck. I'd love to get in his fucking face in public. I really would. First of all, I'd have my hand on the 9 the whole time because I always have my hand on the 9 no matter what. By which I mean to say my pepper spray.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'd love to get into his fucking face and then try to provoke him to hit me so I could spray him in the face with the pepper spray. And it would get on video because he always has some other douchebag around because he's a pussy. He
Right.
would never say fucking shit by himself either. He didn't say shit.
No.
Is that the end of it?
No, it keeps going.
He's so dainty. Look at him prancing away. Prance along,
What? Kicked
Dave.
out. That guy kicked us out.
Who? This guy?
Yep.
Dude. Kicked out for what?
Great pizza.
I got another one, Press.
Oh, he doesn't remember kicking us out. It's on tape.
That's Barstool Sports, man. Barstool.
0.0.
What a classless piece of shit. Yeah, you will move in next door, won't you? What a classless piece of shit.
Yeah.
He'd love to do that he would love to do that into every Christian's face too. In a way, his existence is spitting in our face, isn't it?
My
Dude,
favorite.
he needs to get punched in the fucking. Sorry, I'll let you go in a second.
Okay.
But he needs to get punched in the fucking nose. First, it would teach him a lesson about manners. But second, it might fix it. It might look better if someone broke it. Okay, I'm sorry.
My favorite comment was someone said he's been kicked out of 109 pizza places. Classic.
Yeah, he should
Classic
be fooling
internet.
around. He should be fooling around, talking shit around all these ovens. I'll tell you that right now. That's such a Jewish move to go taunt people who have ovens. Yo, this pizza's not good. I also love like fake tough guy Jews, like this guy.
Yeah.
And the guy who plays the Punisher, John, I think his Barenthal.
Oh yeah.
These fake fucking tough guys. I hate them.
Or the
I love
Fonz.
Yes, the Fonz is the perfect example because he's supposed to be the scariest, toughest guy in the cast. He's also the shortest.
Yeah.
Literally, Richie could tower over him and kick his fucking teeth in. I always loved that the Fonz was like supposed to be a hero or a tough guy. He hangs out in the fucking men's room. He's a fag. That's literally what faggots do. They hang out in men's rooms.
Yeah.
Jesus God in heaven. What a fucking loser. If he wasn't hanging out in the fucking men's room, he was living in someone's garage. What a fucking loser the Fonz is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love when the Jews appropriate Italian stuff because Dave Portnoy does that stuff too.
Right.
Hey, I'm fucking Italian over here. I'm fucking Andrew Dice Clay over here. Hey.
I was just about to say that. Andrew, him, the Fonz. Yeah, they all play they play characters from movies.
Mm-hmm.
Not people that that they are, but people that they've watched. Basically.
They're all pussies, but this guy's a tough guy, a real tough guy.
Yeah.
If you give him a piece of pizza, he might fucking eat it.
Also, he kicked him off the patio because they didn't have permission to film on the patio. He didn't say you can't be in there. He just said, "Hey, you're filming. You didn't ask. You need to leave." That's not that big a deal. But of course,
I don't
he's
understand
gonna.
why he would even want to fucking film there. And why is he filming now? It's a part. There's nothing interesting to look at here.
Yeah.
He's just classless trash. That's why he fucking did it. And what we don't see in the video is how rude he was to that guy. There's a reason why that guy came out with his fucking fist flying.
Yeah.
There's an absolute reason. He said some fucking smart ass shit, probably on camera.
Right.
To him, and the dude said, "Don't fucking film in here. Don't fucking film me." Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's just a bitch. They're all fucking bitches and little sissy boys. You know, I need to defend my use of the word faggot real quick. The reason why I use faggot, because the word I really mean is sissy or pansy. I don't use pansy because I don't think people even know what that means. It's such an old-fashioned word. So no pansy. And I don't say sissy because sissy is like a porn word now. It means like a fetish
weird.
thing. So you can't use that word to mean what it means something different now. So I can't say that word to mean what I want to say. So faggot always fucking hits the mark. They always get, if they're gay, they get mad because you said faggot. If they're straight, they really get mad because they don't want to be looking like a faggot. Dig? You dig? Also, man, the Fonz dressed like a faggot. He dressed like a leather boy. The whole thing is just suspect. Happy days indeed.
Well, yeah, the show jumped.
Well, I want to say about these pussies, these guys. Gotta say this. So this fucking dude, he provokes you off camera 100% of the time, so that you'll come and say something on camera that he can humiliate you with. Because I see this constantly in our society now. Because everyone wants to get some views on their fucking Instagram or whatever.
Right.
I see people filming shit. I mean, I'll even go take a picture, but yeah, people will film when a car accident happens and shit, the aftermath and post it and shit. And I say, I'll take some pics, but I won't fucking film. I have some decorum. You know what I mean? It has some fucking decorum in public, for fuck's sake.
Right.
But yeah, they provoke you to fucking do some shit. It's the same thing. These idiots are doing that with the stomping. They're trying to provoke me, but man, I am so elated. They lost. They were there for 2 fucking years, pulling the same faggotry the whole fucking time.
Right.
And now they're gone. And the other people that live here are pissed because it's another victory on Daddy's fucking headboard. That's another notch on my fucking headboard here. You know what I mean? I've been wearing the fucking the wrestling championship belt here the whole time. The whole time I've been here, people have been fucking with me. There's been, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That 6 people in the last 8 years have moved out because of me, directly because of me. They just could not live next door to me. When I say 6 people, I mean 6 groups of people.
Right. Could be 6. Could be 6 million.
I mean, whatever the first group, I got them out fastest. 9 months. They were Israeli. Put me in the Middle East. I'll have that shit settled in 2 fucking weeks.
Right.
Are you kidding? If I had resources, are you kidding me? They need to put me to work for sure, dude. I have it all. I have it all. I have what you need. Dude,
well,
but yeah, I knew it would happen like this. There would never be a resolution. They would just move out at some point. They never even tried to have a resolution. I mean, I feel like I mentioned this, but like I tried to call at some point because like I kept calling. He would never ever fucking answer. It didn't matter what time I called at. You know what I'm saying? Because you'd be like, well, fuck, maybe I'll try at 8 in the morning because he's like, he has to answer because he's got to be getting ready for work or some fucking shit, right? As if he went to work. Yeah.
Didn't work.
Nobody works here. It's such a mind fuck to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not, they don't work here. They're not working from home. I need to be the fucking clearest day on this one. I've lived all over the world and I've never seen so many people getting handouts. It's fucking crazy. And if you looked at this building from the outside, you'd be like, that's got to be an expensive place to live in. Right? You'd be like, how? I cannot believe that these junkies and bums aren't fucking priced out. It's so confusing. I'm struggling here. Damn it. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
How are they doing so well? And they always have like 3 fucking cars. that are brand new, the fucking leased probably, so that they can get a new fucking cool car every 2 years or whatever.
All right.
I cannot believe how petty they are. They're still stomping. I won't stomp, and I won't slam doors, and etc. because it's just childish. It's not manly. It's just not manly. Men don't do that.
No, Dave Portnoy does, but men don't do that.
He did throw a tantrum. It's the same fucking shit.
Yeah.
An endless fucking tantrum. Bunch of fucking babies. I love how if you guys look closely, it looks like Jesus is looking up at Dave, like disapprovingly. If you look at the background of my picture,
where's Jesus?
He's at the top there. He's the top dog.
Okay, cool. Oh,
He's looking up at Dave's ass. Put this jackass off the screen. I want to see something else. I hate that guy.
Well,
dude, what a douchebag.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But he's like, well, you're like, why don't you like me when I'm rude to you? Why don't you like it when I'm rude to you? That's basically what their attitude is.
Right.
They think they're so fucking supreme.
Mm-hmm.
Chose you for what? That's what I ask. Anyway, moving on.
No, I was going to say.
What were you chosen for?
Well, not for pizza reviews. That's for sure. But Joseph, we've reached the hour. And I just wanted to say, this actually, thank you for doing this, by the way, because I screwed up the last recording. So thank you for helping me.
Don't worry, I'll hold it over your head forever.
Yeah.
I'll never I'll never live that down forever.
It's fine.
But actually, no, it's good. I feel like I said, it was the podcast, the radio gods or whatever, because it was we were bordering on litigious at certain points. I feel it's something that I would have said, well, we should offer this to the Patreon listeners. I don't think this is something this is for private eyes, not for everyone else. Probably.
It did feel like that at times. So, maybe it was a blessing in disguise that I messed it up. But thank you again. And I hope everybody has a good week. Thank you, guys.